Welcome to our channel, where we delve into the pages of history to understand the events that shaped our world. Today, we are exploring the Russian Revolution of 1917, a pivotal moment in history that changed the course of Russia and the world. In today's episode, we will explore the fascinating story of the Russian Revolution of 1917. Join us as we uncover the causes, key players, and lasting impact of this momentous event. Background. To truly grasp the events of the Russian Revolution, let's first explore what life was like in Russia at the turn of the 20th century. Russia in the early 20th century was a country marked by social unrest, economic hardships, and political instability. Russia was ruled by Tsar Nicholas II, who held absolute power. However, the majority of Russians lived in poverty, facing harsh working conditions and limited political freedoms. This discontent simmered beneath the surface, ready to boil over. Causes of revolution. Now let's move on to the spark that ignited the revolution. First, there was widespread discontent among the working class and peasants, fueled by inequality and exploitation. Second, in 1917, Russia's involvement in World War I strained resources and led to significant casualties, further fueling public dissatisfaction. Lastly, the influence of revolutionary ideas, particularly those espoused by figures like Vladimir Lenin, inspired many to challenge the status quo. Russia was still involved in World War I, and the strain of the war only worsened the hardships experienced by the people. Frustration and discontent grew, and it was in this context that the February Revolution took place. February Revolution. The February Revolution was a spontaneous upsurge of popular discontent against the Tsarist regime. In February 1917, a series of strikes and protests erupted in Petrograd, now St. Petersburg, sparked by food shortages and war weariness, and this demanding an end to the war, better living conditions and political reforms also. The Tsar's government responded with repression, but the unrest only grew. Eventually, the Tsar was forced to abdicate, ending centuries of Romanov rule and paving the way for a new government. Provisional government. Following the Tsar's abdication, a provisional government composed of liberal politicians took power. A provisional government led by moderate politicians, however, their authority was challenged by the Soviets or workers' councils, which wielded significant influence, particularly in urban centers like Petrograd. It struggled to satisfy the demands of the diverse social and political groups that emerged during the revolution. This provided an opportunity for another group to seize power. October Revolution. The moment everyone has been waiting for, the October Revolution. In October 1917, according to the Julian calendar, the Bolsheviks, with Lenin at the forefront, seized key governmental buildings in Petrograd. In October 1917, the Bolshevik Party, led by Lenin, seized power in a coup known as the October Revolution. They denounced the provisional government and called for the transfer of power to the workers and peasants. The Bolsheviks, supported by the Red Guard and the Soviets, overthrew the provisional government, establishing a socialist state. Aftermath. The revolution marked the beginning of a new era in Russian history. Lenin's Bolshevik government embarked on a program of radical reforms, including the redistribution of land and the nationalization of industry. However, their rule was soon challenged by counter-revolutionary forces, leading to a bloody civil war that lasted until 1922. After the October Revolution, the Bolsheviks faced many challenges both internally and externally. They had to consolidate their power, deal with opposition from various factions, and navigate a devastating civil war that lasted several years. The impact. The impact of the Russian Revolution cannot be overstated. It not only transformed Russia but also had far-reaching global consequences. The revolution inspired other revolutionary movements around the world and played a crucial role in shaping the course of 20th century. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Russian Revolution of 1917 was a complex and transformative event that reshaped Russia and had far-reaching consequences for the world. It marked the rise of socialism as a major political force and laid the groundwork for the formation of the Soviet Union. Despite its challenges and controversies, its legacy continues to resonate to this day. And that concludes our journey into the Russian Revolution of 1917. We hope this episode has shed light on this pivotal event in the history. Remember to hit the subscribe button and leave your comments below. Stay tuned as we continue to explore fascinating topics that have shaped our world. Thank you for watching.